Hello, everyone, and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today is April 15th, and we are going to have Game 2 of the Cubs at Baltimore. This is the second game of a 6-game road trip. The Cubs were victorious in Game 1, 3-2 over the Orioles. And let's get today's game started. The first game of the series featured a excellent pitching performance by Chris Archer and the Cub bullpen. In today's game, the Cubs will have a starting lineup of left fielder Ian Happ, second baseman David Fletcher, first baseman Anthony Rizzo, shortstop Javier Baez, third baseman Chris Bryant, Kyle Schwarber DHing, Wilson Contreras catching, Jason Hayward in right, and Albert Almora batting ninth and playing center field. Cubs will send Jose Quintana to the mound. He's been their best starter so far this season. In his fourth start, he is 2-1 with a 2.70 ERA. The Orioles will have a lineup of Jose Iglesias at short, Reynaldo Nunez at first, Trey Mancini in right, Yusniel Diaz in center, Anthony Santander in left, Pedro Severino catching, Rio Ruiz at third, Hanser Alberto at second, and the DH Chance Sisco is going to bat ninth. The Orioles will send Kevius Sampson to the mound for his fourth start of the season. He is 1-0 with a 3.65 ERA. Let's play some ball. We have what looks like a beautiful night here in Baltimore. It is 48 degrees. The wind is blowing in from center at 8 miles an hour. The Orioles starter Sampson is on the mound. He will face Happ to lead off this game. He looks in for the sign. Nods him off once. It's a full count pitch to Happ. And here's the pitch. And Happ watches that go by down and in, draws a leadoff walk. Second baseman Fletcher will now bat with a full count. He hits it on the ground to third, over to second for one, to first to complete the double play. And Fletcher grounds into a double play. The Cubs now have 2 outs, and the base runner is erased. Anthony Rizzo will now bat with a 3-1 count, and Rizzo watches ball 4 go by high. Cubs have drawn 2 walks in this inning. So far, have nothing to show for it. Baez grounds to second, grounds to short. The throw goes to second, and that'll retire Rizzo to end the inning. Quintana will now pitch to the Orioles. Cubs fail to score. We go to the bottom of the first inning. 0-1 pitch. Quintana facing the first batter, Jose Iglesias. That'll be a single right up the middle. Almora runs in on it, makes a nice defensive play to get it back into the infield quickly, but Iglesias is safe at first. Nunez will now bat with a 1-2 count against Quintana, and he watches strike 3 go by on the outside corner. Mancini will now bat with 1 out and 1 on, and he pops it up to the left side. The left fielder Happ comes in and makes the catch for the second out. Diaz will now bat for the Orioles. 2 outs, 2-2 count. Ground ball to second, Fletcher to Rizzo, and the Orioles are retired in the bottom of the first. We go now to the top of the second, 0-0. Bryant is the leadoff hitter with a full count for the Cubs, and he watches ball 4 go by outside. Sampson has not been throwing a lot of strikes so far today. That is his 3rd walk in only now his 2nd inning of work. Schwarber will bat with nobody out and another full count. And Sampson misses outside to Schwarber. Cubs now have 2 runners on. Contreras the batter, nobody out in the top of the 2nd inning. Contreras hits it hard to left field. That is going to be a 3-run home run for Contreras. about 5 rows deep in the left field stands. 415 feet to left field. And the Cubs lead the game 3-0. That is actually the Cubs' first base hit of the game. And a round tripper to boot. Hayward will now bat with a 1-2 count, nobody out, 3 runs already in. Hayward grounds weakly to second, the throw to first, and Hayward is retired for the first out in the Cubs' half of the second inning. Almora now, looking for a pitch. He flies out to right. Right fielder is there, reaches up to make the catch for the second out. And Happ will now bat against Sampson with an 0-2 count. Happ flies out to center field. The center fielder comes in and has an easy play to retire Happ for the third out. Cubs do score 3 runs on 1 hit and 2 walks. And now they are the proud owners of a 3-0 lead. Quintana now with a 1-2 count on to protect that lead. We got a pop-up on the infield. Rizzo runs in. Baez actually cuts across the diamond and calls off Rizzo to make the catch for the first out. Severino now will bat for the Orioles with a 2-2 count and 1 out. And he swings and misses on a pitch that is up and in. That is the second strikeout of the game for Quintana. And Ruiz now the batter with a 1-0 count and 2 outs. Grounded to second, routine play, Fletcher to Rizzo, and that'll be the end of the inning. Going out of the Cubs half of the third with a 3-0 Cub lead. Fletcher is the leadoff hitter with a 1-1 count. Ground ball up the middle, the shortstop has it, throws to first. It's a high throw, but the first baseman Nunez recovers and touches the bag for the first out. Rizzo now the batter with a full count and 1 out. And Rizzo hits it hard to deep right center field. That is gone. He got all of that one. Let's see what the tail of the tape says. The Cubs are now up 4-0. And I do not see a distance on that home run, but I'm guessing 430 feet or so. That was very deep. Cubs have their second home run of the day now, and Baez is the batter with a full count and 1 out. And he swings and misses at strike 3. Bryant will now bat with 2 outs and nobody on. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Bryant grounds to third. The third baseman scoops it up, fires across the diamond, and Bryant is retired for the third out. Cubs add to their lead with the Rizzo solo shot and now lead 4-0. The Orioles are coming up with the 8-9-1 batters in the bottom of the third inning. 0-2 count. Quintana looks up. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He threw that fastball right past him. That'll be the third strikeout of the game for Quintana. And now Cisco will bat with a full count and 1 out. He flies to left field. Happ looking for it. He makes the play. 2 down now for the Orioles and Iglesias the batter. Quintana with the first pitch. Again popped up to left field. This time Happ's going to run a little ways further, but he does put it away for the third out. We go now to the top of the fourth inning with the Cubs owners of a 4-0 lead. Schwarber will be the leadoff batter as Sampson comes out for his 4th inning of work. 0-2 count to Schwarber. Here's the pitch. And strike 3 looking. He froze him with a changeup on the inside half of the plate. Contreras now the batter. Already has 1 home run to his name today with a full count. Here's the pitch. And that'll be ball 4. Contreras walks down to first base, and Hayward is the batter. Cubs have 1 out and 1 on and a 1-1 count, and Hayward looks for his pitch. He grounds weakly to second, over to short, and relay to first, and that'll be an inning-ending double play. Jason Hayward grounds into the double play to end the inning. Cubs are still up 4-0 going into the bottom of the 4th. Nunez will be the first Baltimore batter against Quintana. 0-1 count to Nunez with the pitch. Well hit to left center field. That's going to get all the way to the wall. Nunez is digging for a double. The throw comes back into Baez, and Nunez slides into second with a double. Nice piece of hitting there by Nunez, and Mancini will now bat with nobody out and the runner on scoring position. He hits it to center field. Almora is going to be there. Nunez thinks briefly about tagging up, but ultimately decides against. And Diaz will now bat with the runner on second and one out. 1-1 count to Diaz. Ground ball, it's going to get through the infield. Nunez is rounding third. He is heading for home. Happ's throw comes home, and the runner is safe. Man, I don't know if that was the accurate call or not. I really wish we could send it to New York for a replay, but that's not the way this game works. So, having said that, Diaz gets the RBI single. Santander will now be the batter with one out and a runner on first. Orioles have cut into the lead. Santander flies to right field. Hayward gives chase, and he puts it away for the second out. Severino will now bat with two outs, runner on first. 0-2 count. And he gets a base hit up the middle, just beyond the reach of Fletcher. The runner goes to third, but he is going to be out by a considerable margin. That was a poor base running decision by Diaz to try to run from first to third, and Almora throws him out, attempting to advance to third. The Orioles do get one run, and they cut the Cub lead to 4-1. Almora, who ended the previous inning with a brilliant defensive play, an excellent throw to third to try to throw out that base runner, he will lead off the top of the fifth inning with an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Almora is down on strikes. That is strikeout number 3 for Kevius Sampson. Ian Happ now the batter with one out, nobody on, and a 1-2 count. And Happ swings and misses, and that's the second strikeout of the inning for Sampson. Fletcher will now bat, standing in from the right side against the righty Sampson. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Hits it on the ground to first. That's going to be a routine play for the third out. Cubs go down in order in the top of the fifth. We go now to the bottom of the fifth inning. Baltimore trailing 4-1. 1-0 count. Quintana with the pitch. And that is a line drive up the middle just beyond the reach of a diving Baez. Ruiz leads off the Orioles half of the fifth inning with a single up the middle. Alberto will now bat with nobody out and one on. And he hits a ground ball back to the pitcher. Throw goes to Baez, covering second for the first out, but Baez wisely holds on to it, does not attempt the relay to first. Alberto was pretty easily safe there on that slow roller. But Quintana got the lead runner. There's now one out and a runner on first, and an 0-2 count, and he strikes out Cisco for the second out of the inning. Quintana records his 4th strikeout of the game, and Iglesias will now bat with 2 outs and a runner on first. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second base. Fletcher fields, throws to first, and that'll end the Orioles half of the fifth inning. Going now to the top of the sixth, and the Cubs lead the Orioles 4-1. Rizzo is now the batter. The Orioles have brought in a relief pitcher, Isaac Matson. Let's see what the line score is. Kevius Sampson through 5 innings, only allowed 2 hits, but 4 runs on 5 walks and 4 strikeouts and 2 home runs. Sampson would stand to lose this game at the moment if the score continues to stand. Matson now the pitcher with a full count to Rizzo. Here's the pitch. Outside, Rizzo draws another walk. Cubs have shown excellent patience in this game. I believe this is the 6th base on balls that they have drawn in the course of this game. Baez now the batter. He does not have any of those walks. Baez batting with Rizzo on first in a 2-1 count, and he hits it hard to left field. That is going to be a single. Rizzo has to hold briefly to make sure that the left fielder did not catch that, but it bounced in front of him. And the Cubs are back in business. Bryant now the batter with Rizzo on second, Baez on first, nobody out, and a 2-2 count. And Bryant knocks it into left field. That's going to be another base hit. Rizzo pauses but does advance to third, and now he's coming all the way home. There's going to be a very close play. And Rizzo is safe at home. I'm surprised he didn't choose to slide on that play, but he did in fact beat the tag, and the Cubs now have a 5-1 lead. Schwarber now the batter with Baez and Bryant on base, still nobody out, and a 3-0 count. And Schwarber draws the walk in an uncharacteristic display of patience. He allows the 3-0 pitch to go by outside, and Contreras, who already has a home run today, will bat with the bases loaded and nobody out. 1-0 count. Contreras skies it to short right field. This will not be deep enough to score the base runner. As Mancini makes the catch for the first out, Baez didn't have much of a chance. He took a couple steps but ultimately retreated to third. Hayward will now bat with the Cubs up 5-1. 1-1 count to Hayward with 1 out. Hayward hits it hard to right field. He got all of that one. It is crushed. Hayward just hit a grand slam home run to the stands in right field. Hayward has extended this lead to 9-1. And all those walks are really catching up with the Orioles now. Richard Blyer will be the new pitcher for the Orioles as their manager comes out and makes a change. Almora now the batter with 1 out and the bases clear and a 1-0 count. Blyer with the pitch. And Almora pops it up on the infield. It looks like that'll be playable. It is. The shortstop grabs it for the 2nd out. Happ will now bat with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's the pitch. Happ hits it to left center field. He gives it a ride, but that's going to be pulled in about a step short of the warning track. And the Cubs are retired in the top of the 6th inning, but not before they score 5 more runs and extend the lead to 9-1. Nunez now the batter against Quintana. Quintana coming out for his 6th inning of work. And Nunez is 1 for 2 today. First pitch to Nunez. Quintana looks in, and he gets him to pop it up to the third base side. Bryant is there. Contreras calls him off. That ball seemed like it hung up in the air forever. But Contreras pulls it in for the first out. Mancini will now bat against Quintana with 1 out and nobody on, and the shift is on. The Cubs have 3 infielders on the left side. Here's the pitch. It is a high fly ball to left field. That is going to be playable for Happ, and he pulls it in for the 2nd out. Diaz now the batter. Quintana looking very sharp in today's game, trying to close out the 6th inning here with 2 outs and an 0-2 count. And a swing and a miss. It gets away from Contreras, but he does fire down to first to complete the strikeout. And the game now goes to the top of the 7th inning with a 9-1 Cub lead. The Cubs will send David Fletcher up to lead off their half of the 7th inning with an 0-1 count. Fletcher with the pitch. And there's a ground ball. Fletcher grounds it to third. A quick throw over to first, and Fletcher is retired for the 1st out. Rizzo now the batter. He already has a home run today. He will be batting against Blyer. 0-1 count, 1 out. And Rizzo is hit for what feels like about the 10th time this season, but it's actually only the 5th. Rizzo has really taken a beating from opposing pitchers so far this season. We're 17 games into the season. He's already gotten hit 5 times. Baez will now bat with a runner on first and 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. And Baez hits a little looper to left field. Is that going to drop? No. The left fielder gets there to put it away for the 2nd out. Bryant now the batter. Rizzo standing on first. I feel like this is a great spot for a Brizzo joke. but I think we'll just pass on that for the moment. Bryant hits it hard to right center field, but the center fielder is going to track it down, and Diaz catches it on the warning track. Man, Bryant looked like he got all of that one, but it was just a few feet short of being a home run. And for our 7th inning stretch today, we're going to enjoy a dad joke. So let's see what the dad joke has of the day. Why did the dad take a while to decide on a haircut? Because he had to mull it over. I feel like that's an excellent joke for some of the haircuts that these Cub players are sporting. And now Quintana will pitch to the Orioles in the bottom of the 7th inning, protecting a 9-1 lead. There's the pitch from Quintana, strike 3 on a 2-2 fastball. And that is strikeout number 6 of the day for Quintana. Severino will now bat with 1 out and a 1-0 count. And he gets a base hit up the middle. Oh, no. Almora makes a sliding catch, and he puts that away for the 2nd out. Almora, I did not think he was going to be able to cover enough ground to get to that ball, but he proved me wrong. 2 outs now. Ruiz the batter in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1-2 count. Quintana with the pitch. It's a ground ball to first. Rizzo has it, touches the bag. The Orioles are retired in the bottom of the 7th inning. We go now to the top of the 8th, and the Cubs owners of a 9-1 lead. Schwarber now the batter, and Blyer is still pitching. He's thrown an inning and 2/3 so far of scoreless baseball today. 1-2 count to Schwarber. And there is a base hit up the middle. Schwarber is going to get a single as the center fielder throws it back into the cutoff man. Contreras now the batter with a runner on first and nobody out. A full count to Contreras. And he hits it on the ground hard to third, to second, to first, and that is a double play. Contreras grounds into the double play. The Cubs now have 2 outs and nobody on, and Hayward the batter. 2-0 count. Hayward looking for a pitch. And that'll be a base hit into right field. Hayward hits a single just out of the reach of a diving first baseman. The Cubs almost have as many hits as they have runs in this game. They've really capitalized on the walks that the Oriole pitching staff issued earlier in this game. Blyer is continuing to pitch. I wonder if the Orioles bullpen is just a little depleted after all those injuries yesterday. Almora's the batter with 2 outs and Hayward standing on first. And the first pitch to Almora. And he hits it up the middle. That's beyond the reach of the second baseman. Hayward stops at second. Almora is at first. And now the Orioles are going to change pitchers. They bring in Mikhail Givens, who has thrown 9 2/3 of 3 hits and 2 walks and 8 strikeouts this season. 2 wins. He's looked very sharp. Happ will be the first batter standing in the left. The switch hitter Happ will stand in from the left side against the righty Givens. 2 outs, 1-2 count. Givens looks in for the sign. Here's the pitch. Happ hits it up the middle. The shortstop gets to it, but he does not throw to first. He holds onto the ball, and Happ has an infield single. That ball was just to the wrong side of the mound that Givens was falling away from it and couldn't recover, and the shortstop couldn't get to it. Iglesias ran up on it, but it just kind of died as it went across the mound. And Happ got an infield single. That'll bring up Fletcher with a 1-0 count and 2 out. And Fletcher hits it right on a line at the pitcher, and Givens recovers, reacts quickly, and makes that catch for the 3rd out. The Cubs leave the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the 8th with a 9-1 Cub lead. Alberto is now the batter. Quintana, with only 78 pitches to his name, is coming out to pitch the bottom of the 8th inning. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third, weakly hit. Bryant fires across the diamond, but it is late, and the very quick Alberto reaches on an infield single. Cisco is now the hitter, standing in against Quintana with a runner on first and nobody out. A 1-2 count. and he hits it on the ground to Fletcher. Over to Baez, to Rizzo, a 4-6-3 double play. And now the Cubs have 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th with nobody on. Iglesias is standing in. He is the 3rd batter of the bottom of the 8th inning. And he pops it up to right. Hayward is running in. Fletcher is running out. And Fletcher makes the catch for the 3rd out. Cubs go to the top of the 9th inning with a 9-1 game. Givens now the pitcher. He will face Rizzo with a 3-0 count in the top of the 9th. And Rizzo watches ball 4 go by outside. I'm guessing that hurts a lot less than getting a hit by the pitch, but same result. He's standing on first base. Baez is now the batter with Rizzo on first and nobody out. 0-2 count to Baez. Baez watches strike 3 go by for the first out at the top of the 9th inning. Bryant will now bat with Rizzo on first. 1 out. Full count to Bryant. Here's the pitch. The batter is running. Rizzo gets down to second, and he is retired on the strike him out, throw him out double play. Rizzo was running with a full count and 1 out, and Bryant swung and missed for strike 3, and then Rizzo was thrown out at second. Quintana will now come out for the bottom of the 9th inning. David Ross is going to give him a chance to finish what he started. Nunez is the batter. He will face the 2-3-4 batters in the Baltimore lineup to try to close out this game. 1-0 count. Quintana with the pitch. Ground ball over to short. Baez has it. Throws to first. 1 out now in the bottom of the 9th inning. Mancini now the batter. Quintana looking in for the sign. Here's the pitch. Another ground ball to Baez. He fields cleanly. Throws across to first. 2 down now. 1 more out, and Quintana will have his first complete game of the season. Quintana with an 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. A ground ball again to Baez. Baez, still remembering that first base is on the other side of the infield, throws it across the diamond to Rizzo and retires the Orioles in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Cubs are victorious 9-1 over the Orioles. We see now the Cubs improve their record to 500. They are now 9-9. The Orioles drop to 6-11. The player of the game for the Cubs is Jose Quintana. He throws the complete game, 9 innings, 6 hits, 1 run earned, and 6 strikeouts to earn his 3rd win of the season. Kevius Sampson for the Orioles is tagged with the loss. He throws 5 innings, 2 hits, 4 earned runs, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts, and 2 home runs allowed. And that's it for our ball game today, folks. Thank you for listening to Replacement Player Baseball.